God, I look so bald. Yeah. What was I saying? Don't know.
You were talking about Omnis and what you're not
Oh
recommending.
yeah. So I don't really recommend much Marvel because like I have to really make an effort because I've kind of got everything I want from them. I think at this point, so it's quite
Me too.
hard to choose stuff that hasn't been released. But all the stuff they're releasing, not interested. Some of it's really weird choices. Like
That they're re-releasing?
they're re-releasing some, but they're also doing stuff like the Cosmic X-Men Omnibus.
Yes, that was
Was that Omnibus?
potentially on my list, but potentially. But I was kind of like, I don't know. And again, it isn't necessarily things that I'm gonna buy when it could be something that you're recommending for, like, hey, I've read this,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be, right? It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get it, but I can recommend it.
I mean, there's
For
stuff
people
that
who are
is
into,
good on it.
yeah, like
But it's a
if you like
weird
horror,
collection.
yeah, it's a weird collection. I want to grab actually one book. I want to be able to show it today.
Oh, that's a point. Let me just see. Oh. 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 Oop. Didn't see that.
Did you see it?
I did, but I couldn't make out what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet, but it's being re-released, and I want to be able to at least show it to people as a recommendation. Like, this is what you're getting if you go for this book.
No, that's cool. It's not often we get to do that. Excuse me.
Yeah. Or we're live, right? Is anyone?
We're
with us?
live.
No.
Yeah, no one's on chatting yet, but I'm sort of debating.
We can start.
We could start.
Oh, you were going to say something. We were debating. Yes.
I've forgotten again. I'm clearly.
You just said I was.
I'm very tired.
You were just saying I'm sort of debating. That was your sentence.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Oh,
gone.
because I said we're live, but nobody's on yet. Okay.
Oh no, I think that might have been it. Debating just starting. Maybe was that it? I actually don't know. I've got
I'm
coffee, but I don't think it's doing any
sorry.
good. It's alright. It's not you. It's me. I'm just tired, and I've got
I feel
itchy
you, dude.
eyes. God, I look weird
Yeah.
with no facial hair.
No, you're good. You're good both. You do the beard well, and you're clean shaven well.
Thank you. The beard hides the chins. Though,
Wink, wink.
You big flirt.
No one's here yet to see us flirting, so they're gonna
They
miss
can watch
out
it
on all
later.
this in the rough cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get started. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And there's a mailbag. Do you want to save the mailbag to when some people are on?
No, we'll talk about it. We'll do it. Yeah.
Okay. Shit. No, I
Sounds
just
like a
want to
good
make sure.
start.
No, I just want to make sure because you always have all your issue numbers and your dates. I like to at least have the date when the book's gonna be released.
That's the
I'm
one
good.
thing I don't normally do, and I've started doing it because you started doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. When the boom comes in with the laugh, it's even more sinister. Just
It
like
is, isn't it?
Dave's very interesting choice of mustache. A little shorter, and it's very controversial.
I know it's a little on the lid, isn't it? It's just
Just
Oh.
at that point, we're like, that mustache isn't allowed, sir.
it'll be fine if I was friends with certain people in high places. I'm sure.
Mr. Dave, how are you, my friend?
I'm right, thanks, dude. Just getting through not having any facial hair. It'll come back for the next episode, but for the minute, I'm
You
gonna.
should keep that on until it all does. That'll be
Yeah,
your facial hair.
all
Yeah,
the time,
on
even
every
in
episode.
bed.
Yes, all the time.
That
Well,
would
just on the
stick well.
podcast.
All right,
It'll blend in.
deal.
Uh, welcome everybody to the Omniverse Comics Guide podcast. We are your Omniverse Comics Guide guys. As I said before, that's my pal Dave. I'm Eric Anthony, as you can see on the lovely wherever my name might be. Oh, I can see it on the screen. No, it's not there. Anyways, we are here for our April incoming episode. This is one of our favorite stuff to do, talking about things that are about to come out, things that we want to buy, things that we can recommend other people to buy if they haven't had the chance yet. So as of now, nobody's with us on Twitch just yet, but those that will join us on Twitch in just a little bit, we love everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, on Dave's wonderfully put together edited videos where we look like superstars, thank you for joining us there. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. And on all your podcast platforms, thank you for listening to us. But of course, please visit us at the omniversecomics.guide website, where you can catch all of our episodes that we've had with numerous creators, top 10s, collector item specials. We've got reading orders, and what else we got there, Dave? What am I forgetting?
Special features. We've got what to read before. We've got all sorts of new bits coming too soon, like Many Armors of Iron Man, which is going to be available to all.
Very soon.
And manga episodes.
Fuck. But as I say all the time, and it's not hyperbole, if you're looking for a crossover event that you want to be able to catch every issue or every moment that mattered or maybe didn't matter and what you need to skip, Dave's reading orders are second to none. I use them for my podcast preparations when I'm doing a creator interview or even doing a book club. Check out omniversecomics.guide. Dave,
yes.
I think we should shave the mustache.
I think you're right.
The universe is saying that mustache is inappropriate, sir.
I don't know. I'll just hold it here.
This episode will never be monetized on YouTube.
I can't see why not.
This week we've got a mailbag.
We do.
Is that what a little birdie told me? We got a mailbag this week?
We have a mailbag this week. I was very kindly sent from... Screw it. Adam Rose and Magenta King have sent me a copy of four issues of their little note, you guys. 4 issues of Huge Detective, which is from Titan Comics, which I think is based here in the UK. Yeah, and I think it's the 6-issue mini, but they very kindly sent me the 4 issues. I'm going to have a read and drop a little video review when I have done so. Hopefully not before too long, so I've still got to read the Gunganir books as well. It's just been a bit of a busy month.
That's all good, man. That's great. Awesome. Shout out to... That's what was missing. I said something's different about your face this week, and it's the eyebrow.
Yeah, totally. Just I thought I'd lose one, start a trend.
It could catch on. Lots of trends are popping up here and there.
Aren't they?
Man. Who's first this week with the picks? Is it your turn, my turn?
It's you to go first this week.
Me to go first.
Do me
all right.
Quick favor. To pause. I've just got to quickly do something real fast.
No problem. Go do your thing. Nobody's with us on the Twitch yet, so Dave can edit all of this out. For 3 viewers. My mom is on Twitch. Right, Mom? You're watching. Yes. I almost swore, but I figured you might be watching. We started a half hour earlier because of the time change from England to Canada. We jumped an hour ahead. So we're going at 6 o'clock. Meet in the middle.
Apologies.
You better apologize.
There we go. It is you to start, sir.
Me to start. Okay, let me go back to my list. Let's see what I got here.
What do you got?
It's a pretty good month.
It is a good month. It's a bit too good.
There's a couple things that haven't been released in these formats yet. Mm-hmm. The one that I'm picking is one that pops to mind. I'm not sure. Don't lose that.
Don't lose it in the coffee.
Stash. the one that caught I think a lot of people's attention, and there I think it may have even been in one of our top 10 most wanted omnibus episodes. I'm not sure, but I've collected these issues via the Epic Collection from Marvel, but now they're coming out with the volume 1 of Silver Surfer Return to the Spaceways. This is very exciting. I'm very happy about this because
Very.
he's one of my favorite characters. Those who have watched our show recently know how much we love cosmic stories and how we plan to do plenty of them down the road. And I mean, if you're going to talk cosmic, who better fits that realm of stories than the Silver Surfer himself?
Yeah, too right.
Surf, right? And this is the what I like about this particular era is that it's the first time the Silver Surfer wasn't being penned by Stan Lee. He was, from what I understood, that one character that nobody else really got a chance to work with because it was very personal, or Stan Lee cared about that character so much that he's like, I don't want anyone to touch it.
So much so that he didn't let Jack Kirby draw it.
Right. Well, I don't know about that side of the story, but yes, there you have it. So this is Steve Englehart is starting off with the issue number 1. I know in the collection you've got some stuff from John Byrne.
Yeah, there's a one shot from John Byrne, and then it pretty much goes. It should go straight in to the Englehart relaunch from 1987.
Yeah, it's Steve Englehart and Marshall Rogers for the first, I think, 14 issues or so. It's really cool stuff. We did a book club actually on it.
Yeah, I'll link back.
So, yes, there's a little link back. I enjoyed this run. And then, of course, it goes into, I think this series or this Omni will start to get into the Jim Starlin.
Yeah, straight into the Infinity Gauntlet stuff. So straight into the if you've got the Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus, that is essentially the next volume on.
Beautiful, yes. And I mean, depending how far you want to read into the Silver Surfer series, because there's creative changes and things like that. However, that's a great point. A lot of us who are longtime collectors have the Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus, and this buttons up right to it in the best way possible, like perfect.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of Marvel Cosmic, I think this is a pretty easy option to go with, especially if you like what follows with the Infinity Gauntlet in the early 90s. This is all leading up to that.
It is. There's some big storylines in there with Galactus as well, if you want some Galactus stories. And also the Infinity Gems, it's before they become known as the Infinity Gems. There's a big storyline with those as well, and the Elders of the Universe and the Skrulls. It's really like people talk about important stories. I think it's an often overlooked part of Marvel history, but there's major stuff in it. Like the Second Kree-Skrull War is in this book.
Would you say it's a hidden gem, perhaps?
Oh, I'd say it's a hidden gem, sir.
Hey. So yeah, check out this Omni if you want to know a good place to start fresh with the Silver Surfer, because whatever baggage might be carried on with it, there really isn't. Like it begins in a way where you can carry on with the story and know what you need to know without worrying about how much other things that he's gone through do I need to read.
Yeah, it's really self-explanatory. There's the little tipping point with this, and the difference is the Surfer was trapped on Earth for years for betraying Galactus, and then in this book they find a way to leave Earth, and then it's off into space and all sorts of crazy adventures. So that's it, dude. No, I have not just come back from that rally.
Yeah, no, it's I'm excited. I own it all, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying it straight away. I might regret my decision. Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting this to be an omnibus for a long time, but since it didn't seem like it was happening, with all the other cosmic stuff that they had reprinted, and you would have thought that with the popularity of the Infinity Gauntlet, they would maybe, but Silver Surfer really wasn't in any other media, right? For them to find, I guess, a reason to publish this. But they did an Epic Collection. I've enjoyed everything I've read up to that point, but I'm really happy that this is getting the attention it deserves.
Me too. Excellent choice. And a steal.
Thank you. That's why I said it was ours at first. I had a feeling. Oh. Well, you take it away. I'm sure you're going to steal one from me.
All right. So, my next choice. You all right? My first choice tonight is probably a steal from you, actually. So, fuck you. So it's Rook Exodus, Volume
See?
1.
All good. I was
Fight
hoping
or
you'd mention
flight.
it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I thought you might, but I think if you hadn't taken my Silver Surfer, I would have let you have it. So it's by Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brad Anderson. It collects Rook Exodus numbers 1 to 6. So I believe was that a finite? Was that a mini series or is it an ongoing? I actually don't know. I meant
It's
to
an
check.
ongoing.
It's an ongoing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's 192 pages as well, which is quite a lot for 6 issues. So I'm assuming some of them are a little chunkier, and there's probably some bonus material in there. Like bonus material of Jason Fabok's art is thanks. Take that. Anything you've got by him, I'll take it, please. It's due out on April the 15th. Now, it's from Image Comics and Ghost Machine. Obviously, it's Jeff Johns, so it's Ghost Machine related, but it's not part of the unnamed universe that Geiger and Redcoat.
Is that right? I
Yeah,
didn't realize
I
that.
don't believe it is part of that. I think it's its own thing.
Okay. We should.
So it's not a Ghost Machine universe. It's the unnamed universe, which is part of Ghost Machine, which is under Image. It's not that it's confusing. I had to kind of really double check all this while putting the reading orders together. So I am working on a reading order, but this won't be part of it because it's an unnamed universe. Yeah, like Rook isn't on the timeline.
Huh. I didn't realize that. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah. And that's. I mean, what more can you want? The things we've recommended Ghost Machine stuff plenty, and we're not putting it on here because the guys have been on, as we say all the time. But I'm genuinely looking forward to this one, possibly the most, I think, at the minute because of that art team. That's an incredible art team. It looks really cool, and it's a new thing. I'm just really curious to see what they do because they are great together, and they did some amazing stuff on Green Lantern. So I want to see more.
Yeah. The Jason Fabok and Brad Anderson. I think we had an episode of them from Comic-Con.
You're right.
Where we did the Three Jokers. We talked about their work on the Three Jokers, and it was just before they broke the announcement of Ghost Machine happening.
Yeah.
I was trying, and they were kind of like, we'll see what could be happening, and I was hoping they'd be working on something from DC together again, but it could very likely. It's in the works. I can share with everybody that we're going to get possibly Brad Anderson on the Omniverse to have a chat. So that's in the works right now. And since the other ones worked out, it's a pretty good bet that we can say we're working something out.
Cool.
So,
excellent.
Thumbs up to that.
I'm looking forward to that actually because he's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very happy to talk about the things he's worked on. And I've never really picked the brain of a colorist before.
No.
I do at the cons when I'm able to talk to them. But when I was in that panel with him and Jason, what was really cool was realizing what a difference he makes. It's not just like these are the colors of the character and it's nighttime and you got to have the no, it's making the eyes this color here makes you feel what we're trying to get you to feel. It's like, stuff like that really appeals to the whole process of how it's made, right?
Yeah, too right.
But great pick.
Thank you. And a steal.
And a steal. I might steal another one.
Oh, I don't think you will.
Okay. This is one that I've purchased already.
Oh.
So it came out a few years ago. I have yet to read it. So I can't recommend it as far as is it good, isn't it not good? But I did buy it with the total intention to read it. And it's a chunky one. It's a little bit off the beaten path of what I know and can speak on. But it's look at this son of Legion of Superheroes. 5 years later, Omnibus.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to delve into the Legion of Superheroes, and I know this moment is a little bit more heavy lifting because it's stuck in a moment of comic book continuity that is kind of tricky. What stays, what's different, what to understand going forward, but it is a dystopian sort of future. It isn't quite as off the top adventure-y, as the Legion of Superheroes is known. It has a little bit more of an adult feel. A lot of story in it. That was the thing. Like,
It's
you're getting your
beefy as
money's
hell,
worth.
isn't it?
It's beefy as hell, and there's a lot of
A lot
story
of a lot.
involved. There's a lot of a lot, but I can show people how, like, we're also collectors of like how
It's
good the book is put together.
massive. I can't remember
It's
what. Do you
massive.
know what the page count is?
It is, I think, up to 1400.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's in the 1400s. Here's underneath what appealed to me was how well it was put together, and why would they did 2 volumes of
They
this
did,
era.
yeah.
I haven't gotten the second one because
You
I
haven't?
didn't read this yet. No, because it's a
Risky
different
move.
it's a risky move, but the reason why this appealed to me was that the creative team was Keith Giffen, Mary Beerbaum, and Tom Beerbaum. They were a married couple that were writing alongside Keith Giffen.
Oh,
So it was a very interesting, like, creative endeavor of what they were trying to do. So I'm interested to try it out. Now, I don't know if I would recommend this for first-time comic book readers. I would say more so for people who want to have some work cut out for them in reading. Right? We don't mind that.
No.
When you've read a lot, we enjoy, like, okay, like you're reading all of Crisis on Infinite Earths right now.
Yeah.
Talk about heavy lifting. You're like
There's a little
Spider-Man
bit.
underneath Boulder. Right? Do it for Aunt May.
For Aunt
But-
May. Aunt May loves Crisis. She's a huge fan.
But I thought it's kind of cool that I could be able to at least show the book. Even though I haven't read it, it's a really nice put together book. It's edited on the sites where it's on sale. It says that it's Mark Waid as a writer. I think he was an editor at the time. So that's a little bit of a, not a misnomer, but it's misleading.
Yeah,
That's it.
that
So
is
misleading.
that is a bit
So
misleading. It's like when they
Tom-
put Rick Remender on as a credit on some of the Busiek Avengers books, and he's actually a is he a letterer?
He's an inker.
Oh, he's an inker.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, an inker. It's strange because you think of him as a writer, but he was an artist.
completely.
first.
Totally forget that he was an artist at Marvel.
Yeah. So
Actually,
yeah, I mean, go
oh, no,
ahead. No, I had nothing left.
Omega Bread says, apart from calling me the saying I look like the English Hulk Hogan, he said he really enjoyed that omnibus. I use one of the words I don't use. And the second volume has some great payoffs. So I think you need to get that second volume, dude.
Thank you, Omega Bread, for your input on that. I mean, it's been sitting on my shelf longer than I'd like to say, but I got it at a good price, and I wanted to give it a chance because it just seemed like there's, again, so much story to unravel in a future time of DC that you're not necessarily bogged down by, here's what everything else you've got to know.
Yeah.
This packs a punch, right? So we'll see.
Okay.
I'll try to get around to reading it and give a proper recommendation. But that's coming out in April.
Cool.
April 22nd.
Oh, everything's
hold
coming
on.
out April 22nd.
April 15th.
April the 15th.
Correct.
No worries. Ooh.
Come on, brother. Do it for the Hulkamaniacs.
It's Omni time! I don't know. What's
For the
his
Damomaniacs.
catchphrase? Oh, is it? We could be Omnimaniacs. It's time
Yeah.
for Omnimaniacs.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Is
That's
it my
okay.
turn?
Your turn.
Okay. So, my number 3 tonight is... You're right. My number 3 tonight is... no, it's my number 2. It's Law Remastered, which is from Image Comics. It was an immediate must pick for me because it's Ashley Wood and T.P. Louise, who I don't know who that is, but it's Ashley Wood doing the art. Collects the 2004 series Lore, Lore, 320 pages, out on April the 22nd. I know nothing about it, and I'm going to look it up on the Tinternets. Now, what it says on here is fine art meets dark fantasy in this remastered edition of the beloved boundary-pushing story. I think that means it's got a bit of porniness in it, hence my immediate purchase. A story of one
The
woman's...
mustache goes well with it, too.
I should have made it curl at that moment. The story of one woman's desperate search to uncover the truth of her father's death. Now it says, so it's a unique mix of prose and sequential storytelling. So it's a little bit of a mashup, but it follows Jennifer Bradley's journey to solve the mystery of her father's death. But her search grows increasingly bizarre when what she discovers threatens not just her existence, but the entirety of modern society too. Mystery,
Thank you.
saucy artwork. I'm in.
Saucy. Nice. It's a good pick. Never heard of it.
Thank you.
But it's
Me
good
either.
that.
As soon as I saw Ashley Wood, though, like, boom, I'm having it.
What would I know Ashley Wood from?
So he did Zombies versus Robots. He did 90s Ghost Rider 2099. I think he did a Wildstorm series, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm trying to remember the name of it now. I can't think. I'd have to double check now because my brain's drawn a blank. Thanks,
More
Trunks.
than it's more than I could remember. So good on you for at least having that in the memory banks.
In the banks.
Nice. Lore. And it comes out April 15th.
April the 15th.
Another one on the
Image
15th.
Comics.
Okay. All right. Before the break, I'll bring us into my third pick. All right. This is one I pre-ordered. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with it, but I'm always tempted because I'm a big fan of this character. And I'm happy that another omnibus is being released in the name of Nightwing. This is during the Rebirth era. Comes out April 22nd. I think it's just that volume. It's probably about 50 issues or so. I could be wrong. Tim Seeley takes over the book at this time.
Yes.
I'm a fan of Tim Seeley.
Me too. Big fan.
I enjoyed this series as it was coming out, as I was reading it, but it was one of the books I would wait for a collection.
Like
they
this.
did it like this or something. Yeah, or maybe in the hardcover formats. Never got around to it.
Oh yeah.
But I did enjoy the first couple of series. For what I remember, Better Than Batman was the title of the first.
Oh yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
So I have it pre-ordered. I'm still considering it, but it's Nightwing. And if you're a fan of Dick Grayson, this is as good of a place you could start because it's the Kyle Higgins Omni that followed was with the New 52, and then you had
Grayson.
The Grayson series. This takes place after that, but it doesn't. You don't have to be bogged down again by reading all of that stuff. You'll catch up real quick to where Dick Grayson is at this moment in his timeline, and check it out. I forget the name of the artists that are on it, but I know Tim Seeley is the writer throughout.
So do I. But yeah, I was paying more attention to Tim Seeley because I really, really love his writing. And like where he's done stuff like Local Man, which for me has been like right up there and one of the best books I've read in the last few years. I'll pick up anything he does. Plus, sometimes he does saucy things.
Saucy things. I like when you say that. Javier Fernandez is, I think, the lead artist on the book. Yeah, but Nightwing has that cult following. He's one of the oldest comic book characters. I mean, Dick Grayson, I should say, because Nightwing is created in the early 80s.
Yeah.
Right, but the character Dick Grayson is beloved in the DC universe by most because he's been around as long as Superman, as long as Wonder Woman. We don't realize that, but he's one of those stalwart.
Yeah.
We always think of him as man in his early to mid 20s, but as far as the character is concerned, he's about to be public domain as soon as Batman.
Yeah.
Right? So he doesn't have as much of a library as a solo character as Superman and Batman because he's been a teammate and whatnot. So when you get a good volume of Dick, and you get a good volume of Nightwing story,
Dick.
A good dose, and this is girthy, so check it out.
How many pages
Nightwing.
is it?
Do
you know?
I do. Let me check it right now.
Just trying to remember
it is 1,500 pages.
Whoa, that's even bigger than that Legion one. 44 issues. Jeez.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, that's some big dick energy.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Well, Guido, would you like to take us into the commercial break?
I will do indeed. Bear with me a moment, sir.
No problem, my friend.
Right. Oh,
You getting your next stash ready?
yeah, I am, but all the stickies come off. I'll have to hold it on.
Such a goof. I'm gonna mess you up one day. I'm gonna come in with mutton chops. I'm gonna shave
Oh,
right before the show,
and I'll be the one
and
going,
you're just gonna have to
what?
look at. I'll do half a beard.
Oh,
The
dude,
whole show. It'll
please
drive
do.
you crazy.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to a different one. Hang on.
Everyone
This is worth the wait.
loving the fact. Yeah, they're you. That's so funny.
Oh, you take it from this bit. I got you. I got you. I got you. Come on, you little trickster. Right. Oh, fucking hell. Whose idea was this? Oh.
Only one. The guy that wore the little sombrero.
I blame my pointless doctor, for which this was an entirely meaningless endeavour, and I probably wouldn't have done this otherwise. Right, I'm almost there. I've nearly got it. I've just got to get my nail in.
You're
you
almost there
prick.
for real.
Right.
Hopefully you cut your.
I did. Yeah, I like to keep nice and short for playing the guitar.
The guitar.
The guitar.
The
Right.
guitar.
Oh, fuck you with your bullshit. Really? Okay. All right, then. Never mind. We'll try. So.
Your 5 o'clock shadow grew in while we were waiting for your stash.
It took that long. Right. That was the one that was meant to be, anyway.
Stick with us, folks.
Stick
we
with
do
us.
recommend
It's
good
worth
comics.
it. Okay. Let's take a look at what's new to the Omniverse. We've got character reading order. We've got the original Hulk being joined by the Red Hulk, Scar, A-Bomb, Red She-Hulk, and more in the Hulk family reading order, 2008 to 2010, which is with subtitled Green Hulks versus Red Hulks. So all those Hulks all together, all in order. Events and crossovers from Marvel. We've got the full breakdown of Born Again, which lets you know what to read next, and where the little-known Spider-Man tie-in fits into the classic story. And that's followed by its sequel, The Fall of the Kingpin, and there's some more strange Spider-Man oddness that fits into that as well, and this tells you exactly how it all starts together. From DC, pre-crisis action in the form of Passion Nocturnal, which is a 3-part Batman story where he gets a new love interest who is a hot goth. Just my
I
style.
love a hot goth.
Who doesn't? And also we've dropped the sequel story, Nightmares Inc., which is a much longer story, and it features all sorts of shenanigans with the new Robin, Jason Todd. Finally, from DC's crossovers, Supergirl takes on Cyborg Superman in a new 52 event, Out of the Past. Podcast and video, we've got incoming collector's editions for March 2025, and top 10 comic book fight scenes. And finally, features, we've got our What to Read Before series, now available to all. It was previously an exclusive, and that's everything you need to read before the DC events Legends and Day of Vengeance, and the Marvel event, The Infinity Gauntlet.
My friend Dave, doing the Lord's work. Where else are you going to get reading orders like that? And a stash.
And a stash.
That comes off and on is for your pleasure.
Should have just gone with that one. Right.
Nice. Stick with the Hulkster.
Stick with the Hulkster, man. Well, I've got no choice now.
It agrees with you.
Does it?
It
Sorry,
does, yeah.
I will try these. There might be a surprise twist later. But I will stick with this one. Right. So, my number 3, eh? Is that what you're looking for? Is it?
That's what I'm looking for.
You cheeky little biscuit. So, my number 3 tonight is JLA Book 2. We don't normally do Book 2s, and the reason why I'm picking this book is because they haven't called it a compendium. There's nothing to draw someone to it and know that it's a big beefy book. They've just called it the first one JLA Book 1 and the next one JLA Book 2, but they're actually pretty much compendiums. 584 pages. It's not super beef, but decent chunker. It's previously when they've collected the Grant Morrison stuff, they've left out any of the stories in between that Morrison didn't write, normally written by Mark Waid. But this is all the JLA stuff, all in order.
That's great.
So it includes JLA 10 to 23, JLA Annual Number 2, JLA Secret Files and Origins 2, New Year's Evil Prometheus 1, and JLA World Without Grown-Ups 1 to 2. This is well worth picking up because all those complaints they had about not having everything all together, not having everything in order, why'd you leave out the annuals, well, all that kind of stuff. I mean, if you're not bothered about being a completist, you've got that option out there. But those of us that like to have everything have been kind of scratching at this kind of stuff for a while, like, come on, give it up to us. And they're doing it. So this is where to do it. The problem is the naming. If they called it JLA Compendium Book 2, it would be an immediate draw, I think. But it's just getting lost in the shuffle because they've released so many JLA books now.
I didn't even notice that. I would have probably considered it had I noticed that was an option. Interesting point. Yeah, I've definitely been on a bit of a compendium spree.
Bender.
Oh yeah, that's the right word. I've been reading compendiums, but also enjoying the purchase of, you know what? It doesn't come with all the frills, but you get your money's worth for the story that you're really looking for.
Yeah, really good price, normally.
Yeah, and sometimes they're putting stuff in compendiums that they're not putting into omnis or into other formats, which, whatever. But it does make a difference in whether you buy it or not.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because it seems that certain branding insinuates that it's going to continue.
Yeah.
Like there's a commitment, right? Whenever they put out, because they've got so many, like you said, different formats of JLA, of putting it in a hardcover and re-releasing, because they re-released the Grant Morrison hardcovers in trades.
Yeah, they did. And then they did the omnibus, but it also missed issues out. And it's like, well, why didn't you just do JLA?
Yeah. So this is nice. This is a good shout. And I think there's a lot of stuff in these issues, like a lot of classic essential stories, even character-driven ones. Very good stuff. I've been intending to reread this series, actually. It's been a while. I'd like to try again with, like, not really remembering it.
I think it was overhyped when I first read it, so I was expecting too much from it. And I want to read it again without that expectation.
Yeah, exactly. Same. I didn't read it as it came out, but I did read it with hype surrounding it. So I'd like to do it with fresh eyes in a way.
Oh, nice.
But nice. Very nice shout.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. What is next? All right. This is a dark horse option now that we could go with, but it was originally Image that it came out on, and I was potentially going to use it for a future episode, but now I don't know if it would classify as dark horse or Image. However, this deluxe edition of this story, Jupiter's Legacy, from Mark Miller, and don't think it's Frank Quietly on the interiors. I know he's on the covers, but what's collected in this, it's about 390 pages. It's a pretty thick book. I don't know if it collects both, like the entire story of Jupiter's Legacy and Jupiter's Circle. Not sure. However, it is one of those, it's an easy to dive into book, kind of in the vein of, and I know I shouldn't make. What did you find, Dave? Tell me.
Frank Quietly does the art on the first miniseries,
right?
But not the second. I don't. Oh, the second is by Wilfredo Torres.
That's right. And is the second one? I remember there was Jupiter's Legacy, and then there's Jupiter's Circle.
That's right.
I don't want to confuse them.
Yeah.
But the Jupiter's Legacy, it follows that. I don't want to call it a trope, but I'll go with trope. That sort of Kingdom Come kind of plot line where the children of the generation of superheroes, like a generation of superheroes, have had children, and now their legacy, as it were, like in Kingdom Come. I know I'm talking about a different book, but in Jupiter's Legacy, the main superheroes in the 30s were. Have you read this, Dave?
No.
Okay.
I know very little about it, to be honest. I was going to, but I'm literally finding out now.
You're
reminding myself. Yeah.
Why you didn't read it the first time?
No, I don't know why I didn't read it the first time, to be honest. But
I read it. I think in preparation actually for our Mark Miller episode. I read a lot of stuff that I hadn't gotten to before, and this one was very, very good stuff. But it's again Image Comics, so anything can happen. Creator owned. There's no editorial mandate that you've got to follow with the big two. But it's the premise of the story is, I think it's scientists or archaeologists discover this island that they acquire a set of powers. Each of them acquire a set of powers, and they become like a Justice League, almost like a Squadron Supreme type of situation where they lord it over themselves. Like, we have the powers now, so we can basically run the world. And then they have children. So it's the legacy of these heroes and what their kids are like and what the world would be like had something like this occurred prior to or during, World War II, during that era, and what becomes of people who amass that sort of power. We're immortal now.
Because it looks like it's
good stuff.
Jupiter's Legacy, I think, from what I've literally just read, is that's the main story, and then Jupiter's Circle, Volume 1 and 2, are the prequel.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
I think.
You know what? I'm happy that you're checking that out, because I don't want to mislead what kind of story you're going to read.
Yeah.
But it is involving the legacy of the progeny, if you will, of these heroes, right? But again, Mark Miller, Frank Quietly, you can't go wrong.
Well, you can't really, can you?
And don't judge it at all based upon the Netflix series that they put out there.
Oh, Scrubs was just asking about that. And I remember seeing a piss take of it. I think it was on his trailers or something, and it was just about how...
Because I'll tell you, Dave's mustache is better than the beards that they have in that show.
Well, you're saying, like... That's how to start a fight outside a pub here. Do you realise that? That's fighting talk. You might as well be looking at my pint.
But yes, Mark Miller, Frank Quietly, Jupiter's Legacy, Dark Horse Comics, Library Edition. Is it Library Edition?
It's Library Edition, yeah. It looks like they're releasing all the Miller World stuff in Library Editions at Dark Horse, from what I can tell.
Yes. So there'll probably be more mentions of Mark Miller, Dark Horse choices down the road.
More than likely.
That's my number 4.
All right.
Take it away, Hulkster.
Right. My number 4 tonight. Hang on. My number 4 tonight is Slam, the complete collections from Boom Studios. It's by Pamela, apologies if I get any names wrong, Pamela Ribben, Veronica Fish, Marina Julia, and it collects Slam 2016 Series 1-4 and Slam The Next Jam 1-4. It's about roller derby business.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool.
And the cover art looks really cool. I just really immediately liked it. The art style is just fantastic.
Nice.
I'm going to read out the explanatory. It says, from fresh meat orientation to becoming leaders on and off the track, follow Jennifer Knockout Chew and Maisie Can Huff on their journey to roller derby domination. Messy lives, complicated friendships, and new romance blossoms as they learn to take their hits and get back up, break some bones, take on adult responsibilities, and jam on their competing teams in the Eastside Roller Girls League. From best-selling novelist, Academy Award-nominated screenwriter, actress, and former Los Angeles Derby doll, Pamela Ribben. Is it Ribben? R-I-B-O-N. And illustrator and painter, Veronica Fish. And artist, Marina Julia, who is known for Lumberjanes, apparently as well. So, and it's the definitive collection. So it's the 2 minis all in one book. And I don't know, immediately caught my attention. Gotta have it. It's 224 pages. The Ace of Dames. The Ace of Dames. 224 pages. It's out on April the 29th. That one is going right up my nose. Young man.
Village people.
There's no need to feel down.
All right, Dave. With that said, roller derby, women kicking butt, take us to the YMCA after.
Done. Okay, what have you got for your number 5, my dude?
My number 5. All right. This is a pretty easy pick. It's something we've spoken about before. It falls again into the cosmic category, and that's the Annihilation Omnibus reprinting. It's been re-released a number of times, but whenever it disappears, more people want it,
Yeah.
and it's worthwhile. It's the beginning of a cosmic odyssey, no pun intended to the DC story, but Annihilation, Annihilation Conquest, and then you get into the, what was it called? War of Kings. I always confuse it with Realm of Kings, War of Realms,
Oh.
but it's the War of Kings saga follows it. But if you start here with this, it's a series or an omnibus that collects a number of miniseries. Do we have a reading order for Annihilation?
Do we have a reading order for Annihilation? Do we have a reading order for Annihilation? We've got all the other cosmic stuff that happens around it. Shows you how it all fits together.
You don't say, Dave.
I say, sir.
So with that said, the omnibus, you could read all the miniseries that eventually tie into the main storyline, the 6 issues of Annihilation, or if you want to read everything in a chronological order and follow the characters as they're experiencing all these things at the same time, you can check out the Annihilation reading order and know what to read throughout the book. It might take a little bit more mapping on your part, but at least you'll know this one first, that one next.
That you will.
And if memory serves correct, I think this omnibus is organized quite well with a table of contents to kind of know where you're at in the actual book.
Yeah.
So it's a fun ride if you like taking, if you're into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Guardians of the Galaxy, this is where that seed is planted for that team to become what they eventually become, and quality story enough that they think that they can make a motion picture out of this ragtag team that no one's really heard about. But these stories here is where those seeds are planted. So check this out. It's worth your while.
Nice.
Did I steal from you?
No, not at all.
Good.
I did think you might steal from me.
Okay.
But you didn't, you cheeky little trickster. So I'm going to go with my number 5, and it's called Time Waits. It's a hardcover. It's from DSTLRY Media. It's by Chip Zdarsky, David Brothers, Marcus Toe, and it collects Time Waits 1 to 3, 152 pages. Look, I think Chip Zdarsky seems like a really nice guy and a fun guy, but I'd be honest with you, I've not really warmed to anything he's written at all.
Really?
Never have done. It's like it's okay.
That's
or else I
interesting.
just think, okay, and I leave it. I've dropped a number of titles I've tried from him. But I want to take a chance on this one. Different. I've got the wrong moustache, but I should have a ABBA outfit on for that. But it says here, Chip Zdarsky, David Brothers, and Marcus Toe take us on a sci-fi adventure that defies expectation and time itself. And you know I love time travel shiz, dude. I'm sucking in straight off the bat. I mean, the art looks really cool, but I mean, it's the time travel stuff. Meet Blue, a man trapped in the past, which is our present, sent back in time for a mission he could not bring himself to complete. The former soldier, Blue, builds a life with Grace, the sheriff of a small rural town. The pair build a foundation of happiness on a history of bloodshed as far away from the trigger-happy corporate overlords that use Blue as a human gun. After 10 years together, Blue and Grace are on the cusp of taking the next step in their relationship, adoption. Before Grace can fully convince Blue to expand their family, the future comes calling. The overlords want their first deserter, and to complete the mission, Blue could not. They have one simple rule: kill anyone who stands in their way. Nothing's gonna stand in our way.
Nice. I'm a Chip Zdarsky fan myself. Like,
Yeah.
I've been pleasant. It's always been a pleasant read. It's never been, I don't want to make it an overblown statement, but if Chip Zdarsky's writing it, I'll give it a chance, because I've never felt disappointed with stuff that I've read from him. So I feel like it's almost like, for me, that safe bet, like a Mark Waid superhero comic. I'm probably gonna like it. That's how it's. I haven't read all of it. Like, I haven't read his Batman stuff, and I haven't read Sex Criminals.
I guess he's drawing Sex Criminals though, rather than writing it, because it's written by Matt Fraction. I suppose they're technically both working on story, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're right. And I haven't read the Daredevil run. That was
Neither
pretty
have I,
celebrated.
but I'm planning on doing a bit of a Daredevil read to catch up to the modern era this year. So, I guess we're going to find out.
Nice. Yeah. I think it'll be a pleasant.
Orders.
No,
you know,
I think
you
you're going to be
coming, don't you?
I don't think that there's been a bad run of Daredevil from what fans of Daredevil have said for a while. Like people have enjoyed the Charles Soule, they've enjoyed Chip Zdarsky's time. Mark Waid, I think, was the predecessor to the Charles Soule time.
And then the Shadowland before that. That's the only.
Yeah, but from
It's
like
the
Mark
only
Waid
dip.
on, I feel it's been a pretty strong from what I hear.
Yeah.
I haven't read the Charles Soule, but I'm sure I would like it.
Right.
But anyways, nice pick. Shout out to
Oh,
Chip Zdarsky, Marcus
thank
Toe,
you.
local boys.
Oh, really? Both of
Yeah.
them? I wonder
I
if
think
David
Chip
Brothers is as
Zdarsky,
well.
I
Maybe.
think Chip was one of the founders of Raid Studio way back in the day.
Ah.
I think.
God.
But
All
little
Canada's taking over. It's not what they say in the news.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right. Let's not go there.
Let's not.
But nice picks.
Thank you.
Some classics,
You
some
too.
diversity, some new stuff.
Nice little
right?
mix. And
Little mix.
if anyone's
Very
been
cosmic on my
eyeballing
end.
my t-shirt, you little sauce pots, I don't blame you. It's super, super sexy. Yeah, so if you haven't watched our last episode, this is our new Frightful 4 t-shirt with the villain version of the old classic Arthur Adams drawn Fantastic Four cover, 349, but 348. Comics guide. Yes, this is going to be available. We're going to give one away, large only, to
Anybody that's large.
to anyone
Yeah,
that's
to be
large. Here's how it works. And I'll run some VT there. You're all right. We won't do it now. You all right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading a comment. I'm sorry about some of the Chip Zdarsky comments. Sorry.
That's all right. Shadowland never happened. It's an urban legend. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Zdarsky's the new Cullen Bunn. That's a bit harsh.
I enjoyed his Spider-Man, actually. I will say that.
I tried
read
it, but I
his
forgot I was reading it. And
Aaron?
before we scoot, have you got time to drop any you didn't include, even if you got one or two?
Yeah, I do. I have one that was very close to being included was Universal Monsters Frankenstein from Michael Walsh.
Oh,
I'm a fan of Michael Walsh. I think he's a great artist. Stuff that I've read from him has been very. Actually, it was one of the Chip Zdarsky issues of Spider-Man that was my favorite. Was drawn by him.
Oh, no way.
Yes, it sounds like a really cool take on the Universal Monsters. I thought I'd give it a proper shout because I like Michael Walsh, and this was, I think, him on the art as well as the script.
Who's writing? Who's publishing it?
That is a good question. I think it's Dark Horse.
Okay.
Yes, because I was looking for other publishers today, and I found out came across that one as being released in April. I'm like, oh, that wasn't on my radar.
Oh,
So
no,
very
mine
cool
either.
to see what Michael Walsh was working on.
Cool.
Quality artist. That was it, I think. Everything else, either you mentioned Rook, and I mentioned everything else. Oh, I didn't put Cosmic X-Men because I feel it's kind of a weird collection. But if you,
Yeah.
I might as well have, because all my other picks were pretty cosmic between
Oh yeah, I guess they were.
Silver Surfer, Legion of Superheroes, and Annihilation. I should have just went Cosmic 2.0 today, but anyway,
Next time.
that's it. Next time.
I had a couple. I listed three that I had a reserve, but I'll be really, really short on them. Dark Knights of Steel Deluxe Editions. Of course, that's by Tom Taylor. It's an alternate DC universe with a medieval feel. The art looks beautiful on it, and it's Tom Taylor doing alternate DC unis. So unis. You know what I mean? So that's 408 pages as well. So it's a nice chunker of a deluxe. DC Finest, my most anticipated DC Finest this month is Superman Family, the Giant Turtle Man. So that's like the friends of Superman, so those weird Jimmy Olsen issues and Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane and stuff like that. So it's literally these Superman Family books. And the other one was Plastic Man No More, which is by Christopher Cantwell's 4-issue miniseries with the same name. And I really, really like the look of that. The art looks cool, and I love Plastic Man. So the one, all right, I'll mention two really briefly. One's Paranoid Gardens by Gerard Way, which is from Dark Horse, and his stuff is normally pretty good. So he's the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, but don't hold it against him. And finally, Transformers Deluxe Edition Book 1. So I know I'm not a fan of that Transformers
Almost
stuff from
made my
Image.
list.
Did it really?
Almost. I'm
won't-
debating on
I'm
how
debating
far
it 'cause
down the road
Nice
I'm going to
book.
go with that. Yeah,
Maybe I
it's
was too harsh. I don't know.
no, you're gonna convince yourself now to get it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to stick to mostly things that I could finish a series like cover to cover, because there's some stuff you just don't know how long it's gonna go and how much space I'm gonna need to stick to that. Maybe that's gonna be a digital option,
Maybe.
but we'll see.
I don't think it's going to run too long, actually. I think they do have an ending plan.
Okay,
I think.
that's okay. That's cool. Nice. As always, incomings are a ton of fun. We if everything goes according to schedule, and I think it will. Ooh, double stash. That's like Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Is it?
That's when he became a bad guy. He had
That's
a
the one where the
black
sticky
beard.
came off, look. But it only sticks if I've got another moustache on. Oh, the irony.
Uh, well, we'll be back next week, everybody. Thank you for joining us, of course. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube or on Twitch. Dave is getting ready for liftoff. And don't forget to visit us at omniversecomics.guide, where you can get your reading orders, your podcast episodes, collector item specials, manga episodes with Dave and is Raph Freeze, right?
Ref reads.
Dave, as always, you're a beauty.
Your sauce bottle. Tally bally ho, everyone.
Good night. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Or
I got a bit.